you taking in the team battle? In the red corner, we've got the disaster curses from Jujutsu Kaisen. And in the blue corner, we've got the upper moons from Demon Slayer. And shout out to Ryan who asked me about this matchup. And as you can see, he threw a couple of stipulations on this. First and foremost, that the upper moons will have cursed energy, which is important because without it, they wouldn't be able to perceive the curses, nor would they be able to damage them. He also says, let's consider this first with domain expansions and then without. I think the main thing the upper moons have going for them is speed. I think that's really the only category that Demon Slayer outclasses JJK. Otherwise, when it comes to scaling, I feel like JJK is more impressive. So I think the upper moons are going to be less durable and be packing less of a punch compared to the disaster curses. But like I said, they've got the speed, which could be critical, right? Because if they can just swoop in and kill the disaster curse before they know what hit them, then that's their win condition. However, it's not that simple, because even if we want to say somebody like Kokoshibo just comes in and speed blitzes and decapitates them in an instant, that's not going to put them down. We've literally seen Jogo be decapitated and he recovered from it. And that's because the disaster curses can heal and heal quite easily with cursed energy, right? I would honestly probably say they have better regeneration than the upper moons do. Muzan excluded, right? But I don't think we're including him here. So just merely a one-off speed blitz attack isn't going to be enough to put down the disaster curses. And because of that, I think they have an easy win condition here with the domain expansion. Mahito and Jogo's in particular, but we'll talk more about Mahito in a second. Because yeah, the disaster curses don't have Nichiren blades. I'm going to assume the sun isn't a factor in this fight. But I think Jogo's sure hit of his domain expansion could just completely obliterate the upper moons past the point that they could regenerate from. And it doesn't matter how fast they are because it's a sure hit, right? So I think this is a really easy way for Jogo by himself to potentially win here. So all four of them, all using their domain expansions, I think it's a pretty easy win for them, especially Mahito, right? Because whether or not you can completely obliterate them, he'll just turn them into squirrels. Now let's assume there's no domain expansions, right? And now the upper moons have their best shot. But again, speed is really the only category where they're outclassing the disasters. And I wouldn't even say all of them outclass the disasters, but some of them do. Is that enough for them to get this done now? And honestly, I don't think so because of Mahito. Even if we want to say they can put down Dagon, Hanami, and Jogo, they're not going to be able to damage him because of Idol Transfiguration. Like, unless they just completely exhaust him of cursed energy. But I don't see that happening before he manages to tag them with Idol Transfiguration. But y'all let me know your thoughts on this.